In this video, we'll discuss how tall we can make future skyscrapers. There are plans for a building taller than Mount Everest, and it could hold a whopping 30 million people. Imagine that. So, let's dive into the details and explore the exciting possibilities of these colossal structures. Stick around to learn more about the incredible heights we might reach in the future of architecture. Number 5. Burj Khalifa. Let's take a look at the tallest skyscraper in the world right now, located in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. It's called the Burj Khalifa, standing at a whopping 828 meters, or over 2,720 feet. Construction began in 2004 with the goal of boosting tourism in the region. This $1.5 billion structure primarily serves as residential space, but also includes hotel rooms. It boasts more than just living spaces. The Burj Khalifa features one of the world's highest observation decks, and the second largest choreographed fountain right outside its entrance. The construction journey lasted 5 years, concluding in 2009, and the skyscraper officially opened to the public in 2010. Now, building even taller skyscrapers poses a significant challenge. Most countries have governmental regulations limiting the height of buildings. Additionally, constructing a new tower requires sufficient flat land and substantial funding. Despite these obstacles, the construction of the Jeddah Tower is currently underway, and it might soon become the first kilometer-high skyscraper. Although this seems impressive, it's essential to note that it would still be relatively small compared to some skyscrapers we'll discuss later. Unfortunately, the Jeddah Tower has encountered major setbacks. In 2017, the project came to a standstill when key investors, including Prince Al-Walid bin Talal, were implicated in a corruption scandal and imprisoned by the Saudi Arabian government. Even after their release a few months later, challenges persisted. Vertical transportation to such heights is limited, and architects are grappling with the design and material selection to prevent the tower from swaying in the wind. While the Jeddah Tower competes with the Burj Khalifa, there are even taller skyscrapers on the horizon. Looking ahead, the future of skyscrapers is an exciting prospect. Advancements in architecture and engineering may pave the way for structures that push the boundaries of height and design. The challenges faced by projects like the Jeddah Tower only underscore the complexity of building structures that reach unprecedented heights. Number 4. Exceed 4000. In 1995, the Taiyo Corporation came up with a groundbreaking idea, the Exceed 4000 skyscraper. Their goal was to address Japan's housing needs in an innovative way. This colossal structure, reaching a height of 4 kilometers or 2.5 miles, would surpass even the iconic Mount Fuji. The vision was to create a self-contained city within the skyscraper, complete with shopping malls and grocery stores, offering convenience for residents who wouldn't need to leave the building. Designed to accommodate up to 1 million people, the Exceed 4000 was not just about solving housing problems. It aimed to inspire the creation of unconventional skyscrapers that relied on clean energy. The Taiyo Corporation envisioned powering the entire tower with solar energy, although the specifics of obtaining such vast amounts of energy remained a challenge. To support the colossal structure's wide base, architects proposed locating it on the Pacific Ring of Fire. If realized, the Exceed 4000 would not only be the world's tallest skyscraper, but also the most expensive, boasting a staggering price tag of $900 billion. Some estimates even suggested construction costs could soar to $1.7 trillion. The magnitude of the project is evident in the fact that it would require 3 million tons of steel, enough to construct 300 Eiffel Towers. However, turning this visionary concept into reality posed significant uncertainties. Architects questioned whether a project of this magnitude was currently feasible. Despite rumors in 2007 about the Taiyo Corporation actively pursuing the Exceed 4000, the company clarified that there were still challenges to overcome before embarking on such an ambitious endeavor. Number 3. Tokyo Tower of Babel. In 1992, the idea of creating a whole city within a giant skyscraper emerged, and it was named the Tokyo Tower of Babel. This concept was introduced at the Global Environment Summit in Brazil by the Toshio Ojima Laboratory at Waseda University. Imagine a colossal structure standing at a staggering height of 10 kilometers or 33,000 feet, taller than Mount Everest and soaring higher than the average airplane's cruising altitude. If built, this skyscraper wouldn't just be the tallest tower, but the tallest object on Earth. To support such an enormous structure, architects estimated the need for a base covering around 4,100 square kilometers, more than twice the size of Houston, Texas. The potential capacity of the completed tower was mind-boggling, with the ability to accommodate a population of 30 million people. However, despite the grand vision, the project faced a major setback. At the proposed time of construction, Japan experienced a severe economic downturn, leading to the project's cancellation. While the nation has since recovered economically, the Tokyo Tower of Babel remains a dream. The colossal construction project comes with an astronomical price tag of approximately $306 trillion, making it financially impractical. Moreover, the sheer scale of the undertaking would demand an estimated 150 years for completion. Number 2. The launch loop. Our next idea suggests that the sky might not be the ultimate limit for future buildings. It's called the launch loop, and Keith Lofstrom introduced it in the American Astronautical Newsletter in 1981. This loop is like a giant structure of cables attached to Earth, aiming to shoot things into space using a magnetic levitation system, similar to how the Shanghai Transrapid train works. To go beyond the atmosphere and return, it needs to be a whopping 2,000 kilometers, or 1,240 meters, long, with a maximum height of 80 kilometers. That's 8 times higher than where airplanes fly. If it succeeds, it could send vehicles into space without relying on rockets, opening doors for space tourism and exploration. Imagine riding the loop at speeds of up to 14 kilometers per second. But before this becomes real, scientists have some hurdles to overcome. Just 1 year of running the loop would cost around $10 billion, and the technology for the launch loop is still in the works. Creating the magnetic levitation system is tricky, and researchers need to find a less crowded place to set up the launch loop for construction. Developing the technology, securing funds, and choosing the right location are all part of the challenges. However, the potential benefits, like making space travel more accessible and exciting, drive scientists to continue their work on the launch loop. Number 1. Space elevator. In 1895, a Russian scientist named Konstantin Tsiolkovsky came up with an idea that has fascinated people ever since: the space elevator. He imagined it as a tall tower, reaching almost 35,800 kilometers into the sky. But back then, there wasn't any material strong enough to build such a tower. Fast forward to the 20th century, and the focus shifted to a different approach, using a strong cable rather than a tower. Various companies are now in a race to be the first to turn this concept into reality. The basic idea for all of them is pretty similar: a cable stretching beyond Earth's atmosphere, a counterweight, maybe an asteroid, and a climber brave enough to make the journey up the cable. However, figuring out the right material is still a challenge. Some are looking at diamond nanothreads, while others think graphene, a tough carbon-based material, could do the job. But nailing down these details is just one of the many hurdles scientists face. Space debris poses a threat to the elevator, and obtaining enough material to build it so high up is no easy task. The technical challenges are numerous, not to mention the hefty price tag of $10 billion. Still, physicists at Shizuoka University in Japan are conducting experiments on a smaller scale to understand how the elevator might work. The Obayashi Corporation in Tokyo is optimistic, claiming they can have a functional space elevator by 2050, while developers in China are even more ambitious, aiming for completion by 2045. So, what's your take on these megastructures reaching into space? Would you be up for a ride in a space elevator? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more content. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you in the next update.